Hey everyone, my name is Mika Oba, and for my second annual World Mental Health Day video, I have decided to talk more about my theme from this year, which is self-care. From my video last year, I talked about what my current situation was with my mental health, and I talked about having bipolar 2 disorder, what medication I was taking, my experience trying to look for a therapist and psychiatrist. So for this year's video, I want to talk more about self-care because it's something that I've really been trying to work hard on, and it's been a struggle, but at this point in time in October 2017, I feel like I'm kind of starting to get a handle on it. My therapist did give me a compliment today that I've been doing a lot better with taking care of myself. So, I'm glad to get some validation on my progress. And so today I want to share with you the best tip that my psychiatrist shared with me, which was kind of like my aha moment when it comes to self-care. I'm the type of person who has pushed myself to succeed by putting myself down. For example, if I had a big presentation for work or for school coming up and I was really stressed out about it, or I didn't feel like I was ready enough, I used to talk down to myself pretty horribly. Like I'd always call myself excuse my language, but I'd always call myself a fucking failure. I would say that I'm like the worst chemist or the worst student ever, and I would get overly dramatic, but I would say it to myself so much that I started to believe it. And to push myself to succeed, I kept telling myself that if I didn't, do well in this presentation, do well in this test, or give this lecture, then I was a fucking failure. And that was how I was able to get my college degrees or do anything in my life. That's how I learned how to succeed. And then my psychiatrist, she asked me, if a friend or family member came up to you and they needed help with something or they wanted to confide in you, you wouldn't tell them off and call them fucking failures, or tell them that they're losers, or that they're not going to succeed if they do blah blah blah. Instead, you would be kind to them, you would comfort them. And so the big turning point for me was when my psychiatrist asked me, why do you treat yourself like shit? Why do you treat yourself this way if you would never ever treat your friend or family member that way? And I started to cry when she asked me that, because it made me realize how terrible I was to myself all these years. Even when I filmed my video last year, in October 2016, even up to that point, I was still putting myself down in order to succeed. I even probably put myself down to make that video, like, oh, if you don't make this video, then it totally invalidates everything about you, saying that you care about mental health and blah blah blah. So, this is a kind of a new revelation for me, right? Where I want to learn how to succeed while still being kind to myself, while still treating myself like my friend. So maybe to some of you, this is such an obvious point and you're not getting anything from this, but just having my psychiatrist, having me sit there and face reality that I treated myself like utter shit in order to succeed, I don't want to do that anymore. I want to succeed while being kind to myself. One of the ways I've been working on this, my psychiatrist taught me to kind of take myself out of myself and, talk to myself and be like, I have my inner Mika, and then you have outside Mika, and outside Mika is like, hey, you know, it's okay. It's okay that you're feeling bad. It's okay that you're feeling stressed. Let's take a break. Let's meditate. Let's do some breathing exercises, you know. You got this. You're not a failure. You've done a lot with your life, and you should be proud of it. Don't put yourself down because of this very moment. And, you know, sometimes I'm still learning this, right? This whole thing is new to me. And I'll have my other self, who's a total bitch Mika, who's, you know, putting my inner self down and be like, yeah, you're a fucking failure. You fucking suck. You can't get any shit done. Fuck you. And it's so funny now because I have a lot of internal arguments where it's like, you know, the nice Mika who's like, stop doing that. Like, you're so horrible. Go away. And then I have the bitchy Mika who's like, you're a fucking failure. And I need to listen to the nice Mika. If you have any friends who put you down in order to get you to do something, you wouldn't be friends with them at all. Or if you are, it hurts. You know, no one can last pushing themselves by being mean to themselves. Be kind to yourself. You know, that I think is the first step in self-care. Reminding yourself that you can do it. It's okay to take breaks. And you know the saying, treat others like how you want to be treated. Well, really take that to heart. How do you want to be treated? And make sure that you actually treat yourself that way, if you're anything like me. I frankly don't know how often I'll be able to update this new YouTube channel, but I figure that if I'm going to be making these videos every year, I might as well put it all in one place. I'm hoping I can make more videos talking about the medications I'm taking, how you should be approaching therapy. Do you need therapy? Do you need a psychiatrist? Do you need medication? And just anything encompassing mental health. I'm particularly interested in topics about self-care and how that integrates with working on a lot of projects or being an entrepreneur. So if you have any resources to share with me, or if you want to have a conversation with me about self-care, feel free to reach out to me, leave a comment below on my channel, and I will respond to you. So as always, remember that you're not alone, and be kind to one another. Oh yeah, I'll explain why this is called the Big Bunny Love channel another time. Just accept it. This channel is called Big Bunny Love. Thank you.